Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
We must find more manuscripts on this topic.
I'd rather not draw steel if I can avoid it. Arrest.
No, there's no need to fret. These things take time, you understand?
That's why I did it, and I don't believe for a moment.
What do you want? You've got the Empress? This some kind of jape? Suppose the fact you're telling this to me means you're in the know. You one of us? Right then. I'll pass these tidings along to our interested party. Where should I tell them to find you? The empty house south of the Pilgrim's Path, is it? Fair enough. Fear not. I'll arrange for the interested party to meet you in the empty house south of the Pilgrim's Path.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
I could do with a few more hours.
Sir Arisen, I take it you have given the Coral Snakes the information we discussed. Then the villain behind Her Majesty's assassination will doubtless be compelled to act with all due haste. And so must we. Let us begin our preparations presently.
Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now.
Our combined might is a force to be reckoned with. I say we forge on together for as long as we may.
Might I implore you to play the part of a bandit, Sir Arisen? As one of Her Majesty's champions, my face is like as not to be known to our villain. I have also employed the aid of a woman resembling Her Majesty in stature and build. She will fulfill the role of Empress during the exchange.
No, Manella. We must go ourselves.
Your Majesty, I don't think...
Should the ruse be discovered too soon, the renegade may flee and escape justice. We must confront them, so that our land and its people may ne'er endure such uncertainty again.
Understood. Then I shall guard your Majesty with my life. We must needs be ready for whate'er comes, Sir Arisen. Pray.
So, a bit of trickery is in order. Rest assured, Master, that we pawns shall be watching over you all the while.
You have my support.
I suspect the villain will approach under cover. I am glad to hear it. Find a way to loosen the villain's tongue. I shall remain hidden till the opportune moment presents itself. May all go as planned.
I am come. Would you kindly open the door? Let us not waste time. I am here to confirm the identity of your captive and naught else. Where might she... Indeed. 'Tis the Empress and none other. Fortunately for you. Had it been anyone else, your head would now be free of its shoulders. 'Tis by the coral snake's failure that she yet lives. I trust you are prepared to rectify this mistake. Go on. Kill her. Indeed. 'Tis by the coral snake's failure. Go on. Kill her. That is far enough. You must forgive me. I suspected foul dealings from the moment I heard the Empress was being held here. However, with this display you have earned my trust. In truth, she cannot die here. We must have her meet her, and in a place more fitting. Tell me, do you know what it takes to inspire action in this tragedy? Yes, tragedy. The emotion that floods forth in the wake of such events can change the world entire.
Consider what a tragedy of singular measure, such as that of a great leader martyred for her ideals, could achieve. Why, the flames of revolution would burn eternal.
A worthy funeral pyre for an empress, wouldn't you agree? And so Her Majesty's tragedy must be made a spectacle of, that all Batal might bear witness and shed tears of blood.
So this was your aim. It all becomes clear.
On your knees! We have you surrounded. Sir Armhild! So it was you!
Manella, this little ruse was your doing, I suppose. And as for your Majesty, I must say I am disappointed. You would go so far to save your own neck, rather than do what is best for the future of this country.
We understand what you desired to achieve. Yet we also believe that no ideal can truly be born from bloodshed. Perhaps you will ponder this in your solitude. By our authority as Empress, we hereby place you under arrest.
Sir Irmhild's was a vile plot. I only hope she is the last villain seeking to advance her aims through murder.
There you have it, I suppose.
We pity Irmhild, but her ideals are not our own. We do not believe that Batal would be best served by a martyred empress. We pity Irmhild.
Would that such tranquility could last.
You have my support. Oh, what does this say?
Let's have a look then.
to work if I'm to put
Fancy a
bread on
look
the
at my
table.
wares?
Always another errand.
Not to work if I'm to put bread on the table.
Have a gander at my wares. He shan't regret it. Hope to see you again ere long.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Me? Just
Some other time, maybe.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I'm on duty.
Looking for aught in particular?
By and large, the people of Baghbatal seem to adore their benevolent empress.
Methinks it comes of their mutual devotion. Her Majesty offers up a prayer alongside her people every single day.
Vermin's people bear no such love for their Queen Regent. Though, of course, they have their reasons.
Our soldiers need better training.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
Beyond we shall remain here.
No, there's no need to fret. No, there's no need to fret. No, there's no need to fret.
Just remember, you had naught of this from me.
That's why I did this, and I don't believe for a moment.
Forgive me for last night's scuffle.
The wise man
At least I have mine.
Hi, Mimi.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
My legs are as lead. Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all.
Have a look. Hi! Look, no need to overthink it. You... And change it on a whim. You pleasure doing business with.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is sad.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint. Can't set off till I've had my due.
You're not getting in here on my watch.
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but...
Shall we get some rest, then?
Interested in my wares?
Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Could it be aught befallen the Senator? If I cannot dissuade you from pressing... Could it be aught befallen the Cenotaph? I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat. If I cannot dissuade you from pressing onward, perhaps you'd consider passing by the Cenotaph and making sure...
This ox cart's bound for... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Ye really pushing their luck.
I shan't let them harm you.
Well done.
Well fought, Arisen.
Fight on, and victory shall be ours.
Outstanding. That was hard won.
What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances of battle is upon us.
That's what you get!
This way.
You want to play? All right.
The paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Truly?
you heard tell of an ox cart travelling the roads at night? Honestly, I follow every regulation to the letter and only travel during the day.
There's been much talk on the street of this phantom ox cart that travels after sunset. But I've heard rather enough of it. Our hands are full enough as it is.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry for you.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
All my days were so tranquil.
Well met, so arisen. Might I inquire as to what's become of the regalia sword? So this is how the sword looked in its glory days of yore. I thought the blade ought to be restored for its history, but seeing it like this, I feel it be pray. Give my thanks to the blacksmith who repaired it. And you, so arisen, you have breathed life anew into one of our kingdoms. Most I can imagine no worthier symbol of a sovereign's majesty. I await the day it shall adorn your...
I dare say I could forget all my troubles.
My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Money
can buy
My shift's only just begun.
but not happiness.
So, there is to be an unveiling. I'm curious to see how the sculpture turned out. Shall we attend, Master? Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
We have arrived.
Have you need of me? Know your place.
Do forgive me, but who are you?
All you need.
I didn't sleep a wink last night.
Not much going on.
I've just had a thought. The pain I experienced at the coronation was beyond imagination.
Patrons, connoisseurs, friends, my humblest thanks for joining me here at the unveiling of my collection's crowning jewel. There is much more I should like to say, but the anticipation is apt to kill me should I stall another moment. Let us gaze upon the sculpture now. My word! 'Twould appear I overestimated your ability. How dare you claim my gold for a clumsy attempt such as this? You have shamed me, and shall ne'er again know my patronage, Fulvio. Now gather your things and be gone from my sight!
A dispiriting conclusion. 'Tis a shame how the sculpture turned out.
A cheerless outcome for all involved.
I know Clark wasn't pleased, but that was the best I could manage.
I shall strive to improve, and perhaps one day he'll think better of me.
I swear I'll wring that incompetent sculptor's neck. What a fool I was to place...
Feels eerie with no one about.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find.
Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
We shall await you here, Master.
That such peace reigned eternal.
Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. Have you learned aught of the intent behind that letter? 'Twould seem my mother has joined hands with a Batali researcher to achieve her purpose. Which, according to this missive, is to arrange things so that I might rule the kingdom. But I don't understand. Vermont needs no consul. It's found its ruler, its sovereign, pretender though he may be. To say naught of you, does she mean to remove you and the false sovereign both from the picture? Is that what is meant by this tragedy? 'Tis a frightful thought. Yet we are in a much stronger position for having learned of it. You've my gratitude for this. I now know what 'tis I must do.
sword arm could use some work. I'm unsure how best. Been waiting on that before when the feast was over.
Can't let myself get distracted.
Always a fresh breeze blowing. Got any tales to liven up my day?
Now this is a conundrum.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
I dare say you do not belong here.
Quite the predicament. Beg pardon, sir, but might I have a moment of your time? I see a friend of mine has an empty house, but no use for it. Wouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your own. What say you? Well, you needn't decide this very moment. Come speak.
It seems.
What, pray tell, are you? I do not believe you have a right to be here.
I hear the safest way to get to Melve is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
I hear the safest way...
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
Boots laced, well strapped. I'm ready for patrol.
What's the point? There's no way out of this. I've been on my feet all day. My legs are red.
treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero not forgotten by mystery.
Quite the predicament. Will someone do aught about this? Quite the predicament.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous. 'Tis not only poison,
I hear the sa- I hear the safest way to get to Melve is to carry.
The land is not only poison,
Sir Ludolf's lust knows no bounds. This time he's still, however pressed. No man is like to hand her his own wife, eh? The Watchhead refused, and rightly so. But his lordship doesn't take no for an answer. He employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched the Watchhead on a mission to slay a Dullahan. Poor old Gregor departed last night. I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning alive. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see. Naught noble about him, if you ask me.
It seems Master Sebastian is lacking a few supplies. Shall we gather what springs to mind?
Quite the predicament.
Time to find me a bar. I can let down my hair. What am I to do?
Why is everyone always in such a hurry?
Look as long as you please. What should I get up to today?
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Fancy a look at my wares?
So, we meet at... Might as well take a look. While you're here, eh? Stop by again soon. Might as well take a look while you're here.
You're the Arisen, aye? There's aught I'd ask of you. A personage of great esteem is to return from Batal to Vermin. I speak of Sir Augustin. He is a noble and the leading voice of opposition against the Queen Regent. Your aid is requested in guarding his ox cart as it travels the high road. As a potential ally to your cause, 'twould do you no favors if he were to come to harm. I trust he will cooperate. And bear in mind that this is a matter of the utmost secrecy. Not even the captain of the guard has been informed of it. You have your orders. Read them and follow them to the letter.
We must fly to the aid of those in need.
Sir. You don't need a permit to get into Batal. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It works. Mind, you've got to avoid the guard's line of sight. But it's easy enough. I should know, I've done it.
Always the same. They are.
Still too early to set out.
Polish up my gear.
Fancy a look at my wares? Well met, son. How am I to live, sir?
Interested in my wares? Interested in my wares?
Many thanks.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin. That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
It seems Master Sebastian is lacking a few supplies. Shall we gather what springs to mind?
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Do come again.
Fancy a look at my wares?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for? Do stop and have a look.
Or to polish up my gear for tomorrow.
They barely slapped a wink.
I've more time than I know how to spend. Quite the predicament.
I hear the safest way to get to Melv.
The lands around Melv are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
Well then, I ought to be off, I suppose. I must confess, I only hope I've not forgotten anything of him. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray...
This job better be worth it. It is too bloody early.
I want to try to enjoy life where and when I can. This place is lovely.
Is this the abode of the good arisen? Pray, pardon the intrusion. I am an attendant in the service of Empress Nadinia. Her Majesty would make a request of you. Might you have a moment to hear it? You've my gratitude, sir. Her Majesty awaits you outside. Pray, follow me.
We thank you for meeting us at this late hour, Sir Arisen. There is a service we would ask of you. We require protection of both our person and our identity as we make for our destination within the city.
Though Batal has no official dealings with Vermund, the countenance of its Empress is widely known. I dare say even a common soldier would recognize Her Majesty, and trouble would undoubtedly ensue should the Empress's presence be discovered.
We make for the Rose Chateau. Prithee see us there safely before dawn breaks.
Now, let us be off! We ought not to delay our departure any further.
Pray, remain vigilant while escorting Empress Nadinia. We pawns shan't follow, that she might attract less notice.
I quite agree.
Fancy a look at my wares?
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Suppose I can always run.
I won't say no.
My legs are stiff as boards after training.
So
soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
That tyrannical Saludo thinks he can do whatever he likes.
Teach him a lesson he will soon forget.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
So many happy voices carried on the wind.
We have arrived at last. Thank you kindly, Sir Arisen. Now, to attend to the matter for which we have come. Prithee await our return here. We are grateful for your patience. The matter is attended to. We have allies here in the Rose Chateau who offer their aid to our cause in secret. Namely, to create a place where the Beastrons of Vermund may live in peace.
Were it to come to light that Batal has provided aid of any kind to Vermund, there would be a scandal, and all of Her Majesty's good deeds would be unmade. Thus, Her Majesty must work in secret, offering her support from the shadows. But let us not linger. I have arranged for an ox cart to meet us by the statue of the Arisen.
Do you know before whose likeness we now stand? 'Tis that of Rotheus, founder of Vermund. Oh yes, 'twas none other than a Beastron who gave rise to this kingdom. Yet, in spite of this history, our people find little welcome here. Quite the opposite, as we have witnessed this night. Past wars twixt Vermund and Batal have done much to worsen Beastron's standing here. This we cannot deny. Yet, as ruler of a Beastron nation, we can do no less than long for the day in which our people will be treated kindly wheresoe'er they may tread. And we would be remiss not to pray that the future you envision, as predestined ruler of this domain, shall we bid you good night, Sir Arisen?
'Tis a relief to know that you delivered Empress Nadinia safely to her destination. Excellent work, Master.
'Tis done. Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find. A good sleep will ensure we're... To this world I return.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
I wonder how Master Sebastian and Miss Daphne fare of late. Shall we pay them a visit? Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Home at last!
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket. What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
I do wonder what that was all about. Though I'm not sure we ought to pry.
I cannot say whether our path was the right one, but there's no changing it now.
I'd fain lead the way, if you would be so kind as to follow me.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
'Tis a relief to be home safe and sound. I only hope...
To think the lady here has been supporting the gracious hand for so long. I must find a way to...
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
How might I be of assistance?
This ox cart. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Fewer monsters are to be found in the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
This ox cart's bound for... I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
What ought I to do?
There's a ladder here.
We ought to...
Ah, here we are. The ox cart made it without too much trouble.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Halt! Who goes there? This village is under the direct authority of Her Grace the Queen Regent. We are to grant no unknown persons entry. Off with you then.
Think you can...
You're not meant to be in here.
I'm not taking any passengers just now.
Save it, cuz.
This ox cart's bound... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
We've been traveling together for some time now, haven't we?
As a result, we move as one.
Fine. Out of the park.
What the? Here we go again. If battle cannot be avoided, tis fight or die.
Never have I encountered such strategy.
We'll pull through yet.
I will protect you. Focus. A moment of decision may spell our doom. Yes, of course. I see. Focus your strength, Arisen.
Was a battle most fierce against a formidable foe.
Fortune favors us, it would seem.
Done for. No more! Come on, try me! Last mistake you'll ever make.
Impeccable!
Not bad, eh?
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
We cannot break it from this side.
Really? Now?
How can I get more customers to shop here? Where to now? It's so dull when there's nothing.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
I'm about ready to fall
This
asleep in
waiting
my
around puts me to sleep.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
I lament this calling I've chosen.
When does my
at
watch
times.
end?
Peril can result from a moment's precaution.
That's an ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
It's hard to imagine a world empty of
This is quite a quandary. Say, have you heard some call it the Phantom? I very much doubt there's all... Honestly, for purity of trust, security's a must.
Hands off the ox. Hands off the ox. This ox cart's bound for the check. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due. Well, this can't be happening.
Where the Cyclops Master? 'Tis weak to lightning strike. are generally used as a material.
About time you showed up. We've been waiting for you. Our mission is simple. Sir Augustin will board the ox cart, and we must safeguard it from would-be assailants till it reaches its destination. See to it that none approach. The Queen Regent's supporters will come for Sir Augustin's head. Of this, we can be certain. Oh, a quiet days have come along now. What was that sound? Who's there?
Hold a moment. I'll be handling Augustin's escort from here.
Foul brigand! We shan't allow Sir Augustin to fall prey to the likes of you!
There's no need for theatrics. I know your aim here. Ah, here's a surprise. We met at the tavern, remember? Fair warning, cuz this craven isn't worthy of your trust.
He speaks madness! Subdue him at once, ere he injures our noble charge!
Why, if 'tisn't Sir Ragnar from the tavern. Now 2 parties ask our aid, but which of them more deserving?
I shall stand by you, Master. Whatever you say.
Shame. But I suppose that's how it goes. Today's just not my day. Oh well. Till next time. Follow after me if you can. Succeed, and I'll share the truth of all of this.
The decision is yours, Arisen. I trust in your judgment.
I shan't let them harm you.
No one can defend themselves when crafted like this.
Well done, Master.
Sunset please me.
We shall have to be all the more vigilant. I never would have expected to find a cave in a place like this.
It is an exciting discovery, but we ought not to lose our heads. Master? Master, can you hear me? Are you unharmed?
Pray seek an exit. I shall search for a way to rejoin you.
Not again. You seem to have fared better than I did. I took the fall for Augustine, only to find myself waist deep in monsters. Still, so long as he escaped, I'd wagered that makes this a job well done. Speaking of, I was to tell you the truth behind all of this. I'll be glad to oblige you, of course, but we ought to get moving first. What say I explain while we search for an exit? Time to get to work. From what I've seen of your skills during that mess in the tavern and today's business, I can say you're really something, and my word ought to carry a fair bit of weight, considering my reputation as a warrior of unparalleled skill. Though of late, I've mostly been playing escort to spineless nobles. Turns out, as a sellsword proves himself, the list of those who can afford his services grows shorter and comes to be written in finer ink. Makes for a duller life, though I can't say I've any complaints about the weight of my pockets. Still, I hunger for a real battlefield, where a single misstep spells death. I crave the simplicity of it. There's naught else like it. The clashing of bodies and wills. You gave me a taste of it earlier, though. Been a while since I felt my arm ache like that. I hope I get the chance to challenge you again ere long. I'm not sure what's brought me here. I suppose I'll have a few drinks and get paid. That escort mission was a trap concocted entirely for your benefit, you know. It was supposed to give those responsible a means to incriminate you. But Augustine is no fool. He had his doubts about his summons to Vermin and hired me to watch over him in an unofficial capacity. So I looked into the cart that would be escorting him, and lo and behold, I found your name. But 'twasn't on the list of hired guards, oh no. Rather, your name was on the list of persons to be on guard for. In short, You had been called in to act the part of the culprit. Mark my words. If you carried on with them, Augustine would have been slain, and you would have been held responsible. You'd not have stood a chance against all that if it hadn't been for me. Aye, methinks I've earned my pay this time. And then some. I protected my charge and got you away from the scene without your being branded a murderer and thrown in jail. Now all that remains is to escape this place. I expect we'll find a way out soon enough, if we only press on. Still, I've got to wonder where this craven plot came from, and what you did to warrant it. One thing's for certain, you must have powerful enemies in Vermin. But why? 'Tis not as though you're the Arisen true. What? You are the Arisen. Ha! 'Tis a small world indeed. You've piqued my interest even further, cuz I've no business here. Best I hit the road. Right, let's press on. Judging from the flow of air here, the exit can't be far. Well, this is a right awful place to be cut short. At least you made it out all right. Don't worry, cuz. I'll be fine on my own. After all, I can't afford to die here. We haven't had ourselves a real bout yet. We'll see each other again. You can count on that. And when we do, you'd best be ready for the fight of your life.
We are reunited at last, Master. I do hope you encountered no trouble in the cave.
It's done.
Goodness. We're higher up than I'd thought.
Take care not to fall.
Careful now. Choppers, Master!
Tis weak to fire.
I will protect you.
Aye,
Thank you. I wanted to thank you for all you've done for me.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? One moment. I believe we are bound for... Yes, I know the place. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Shall we make our way there and see what's to be seen?
My curative magics are at your disposal.
Wait a moment.
Such trouble I've caused for you, Arisen. I am sorry. I've just had a thought. I vow never to leave your side again, Master. Once was more than enough.
Being separated from our master must have been hard. Temporary though it may have been.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
About time you came along. I've a special tale to share with you today. Or so I'd like to say, but it is getting rather late. Best spend the night. We can talk. Ah, good. You're awake. Look to the sea, my friend. Hard to resist setting out in one's boat with fair skies like these, eh? Now, I've told you about the sunken temple in the middle of the sea, haven't I? I'm quite sure I mentioned it. But I ne'er spoke of the man who resides there. He was such a worthy ruler in life that his armies safeguard him even in death. As he himself would have it, he was once entrusted with the task of watching over this world from the heavens above. Yet he tired of his duty and abandoned his perch in the sky in favor of founding a small kingdom on the ground. Alas, though he was a just and goodly ruler, there is not a single person alive who remembers his name. Oh, it sounds unfortunate, but if you ask me, 'tis all a matter of perspective. It can be a blessing to forget, and to be forgotten. I should know. In all my long years, I've never forgotten a single thing. I remember everything, every little detail. Would that I could forget some of it. A lie it may seem, but a lie it is not. I speak only the truth, as you well know. Come see me again if it pleases you. I've tales aplenty to share.
Heavens fend. I'd ne'er seen the like. I'd not known there were ruins in the depths of this cavern till the path appeared. 'Twas magic, methinks. I should have liked to investigate if the place hadn't been crawling with monsters. I'll be needing sturdier arms than these afore I head back in there, I fear. At any rate, I'd best report this discovery to my commander. I only pray naught grave shall come of it.
Seems aught has occurred within the depths of Stormwind Cave. But what? I wonder.
I know not what to say.